Araya lain. Hello. Sunil sir, I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening to respected chief guests, chief patrons, eminent speakers, organizing directors, advisors, collaborators, and dear participants. I warmly welcome you all to the one-week training program Future 2026, Faculty Upgradation and Training Upskilling for Researcher and Education. My name is Manjot Kaur, and I have the privilege of anchoring today's valuable event. Many participants have joined us through our YouTube channel also. Before moving forward, let us seek the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, the divine embodiment of wisdom, knowledge, and learning. I would like to request to Sunil sir kindly play the Saraswati Vandana.
या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रदेवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषायाः आद्यां जगत्तापिनीं वीणापुस्तकधारिणीम् अभयदाम् जाडान्धकारापहाम् हस्ते स्फाटिकमा पद्मासने स्थिताम् वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदां शारदाम्
Now, before moving forward, I would like to wish you all a very happy Vaisakhi, a day that holds great cultural, agricultural, and historical significance. Vaisakhi marks the harvest of Rabi crops and is a time of joy, gratitude, and new beginnings for farmers across India. It is also a day that reminds us of unity, hard work, and prosperity. The spirit of Vaisakhi teaches us to stay dedicated, appreciate our roots, and celebrate our achievement together. On the special occasion, let us take inspiration from the values of determination and togetherness and apply them in our learning and professional journey. Now, on the behalf of AgriVerse Green and EcoFast Agri Solution, our esteemed knowledge partners, ICR Atari Ludhiana, ICR Atari Calcutta, and our valued collaborators, Maharishi Markandeshwar University Ambala, Guru Kashi University Talwandi Sabo Bathinda, Akal Degree College Mastoana, Sangrur, and Sra Welfare Foundation Trust, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the one-week training program Future 2026. Future 2026 is faculty upgradation and training upskilling for researcher and education, which is being held from 14 to 20 April 2026. The key objectives of Future 2026 is to the strengthen professional competencies of faculty members, researchers, and participants in emerging educational and scientific domains, to promote effective use of AI in education for teaching, learning, research, and academic writing to enhance understanding of quality education, innovative pedagogy, and implementation of National Education Policy 2020 in higher education to develop awareness about research ethics, academic integrity, plagiarism prevention, and responsible research practices, to improve knowledge and practical skills in research methodology, scientific writing, and publication processes, to provide practical exposure on sustainable agriculture, beekeeping, mushroom cultivation, livestock, and horticulture for farmers and researchers, to encourage innovation, entrepreneurship, and field oriented learning for sustainable rural and agriculture development. We are deeply honored by the gracious presence of our chief guests and guest of honors, Dr. Samar Singh, Dean and Director, Faculty of Agriculture, MMDU, Mulana, Ambala, former Vice Chancellor, MHU, Karnal, and CCSHAU, Hisar, Dr. Jagtar Singh Timan, Gurukashi University, Talwandi Sabo, Patinda, Dr. Parvinder Shero, Director, ICR Atari, Ludhiana, Dr. Pardeep De, Director, ICR Atari, Calcutta, Dr. Malvinder Singh Mali, Advisor, School of Agriculture, Biotechnology, PAU, Director, Bahamanti Kheti Project, Secretary General, Borling Farmers Association for South Asia, AI-driven sustainable farming expert. Your presence today inspires us to strive for excellence in advancing agricultural knowledge and innovation. Over the next week, participants will immerse themselves in cutting-edge modules on the thematic area of FDP is research ethics, NEP 2020 research ecosystem, research methodology, AI in education, quality in higher education, assessment for learning in digital spaces, teacher as mentor and life. The thematic area of training is livestock, crop health, beekeeping, mushroom, post harvest, AI, digital marketing, and cybersecurity, fertilizer, and crop protection. Our vision is to create a future ready academic ecosystem by empowering educators and researchers with quality education, ethical research practices, innovation, and technology driven learning. Our vision is also to promote sustainable agriculture development through practical skills enhancement, scientific knowledge, and entrepreneurship in agriculture and allied sectors. Our mission is to provide advanced knowledge and professional training in AI, research methodology, research ethics, quality education, and national education policy 2020 for faculty members and to researchers. To deliver practical training in sustainable agriculture, beekeeping, mushroom cultivation, livestock, and horticulture for strengthening farmers and researchers' technical capacities. Participants will explore strategic opportunities to building profitable and resilient agri-enterprises with a focus on sustainability and inclusive growth. Sessions on genting and management innovations will address water productivity and resource optimization in semi-arid and tropical regions, while a dedicated module on executive vegetable production will introduce modules to uplift low-income farmers through NICE market access. Cutting-edge applications of nanobiotechnology will be showcased to enhance soil health, plant defense, and crop yield. Now, moving forward, it's an immense pride and privilege to warmly welcome our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Malvinder Singh Mali, who is a globally respected agriculture consultant and agribusiness leader with 38 plus years of experience in advancing agricultural innovation and farmer empowerment across India. A member of the Global Farmer Network, IOUSA, and former senior leader at Sanzeta, he play a vital role in technology transfer, sustainable farming practices, and large-scale agri projects across Punjab, Haryana, UP, HP, and J&K. In recent years, Dr. Malvinder Singh has been a strong advocate of AI in agriculture, promoting the use of data-driven decision-making, precision farming, predictive analytics, and smart agri solutions to improve productivity, reduce risk, and increase farmer income with deep grassroots understanding and global exposure. He bridges AI research industry and growers, guiding agripreneurs and institutions toward a future-ready, tech-enabled agriculture ecosystem. With these words, I now have the great honor to invite our distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Malvinder Singh Male, to kindly address the gathering and share his valuable thoughts. Sir, the virtual platform is all of yours. We eagerly look forward to your enlightening address. Dr. Marvinder Singh Mali, sir, the virtual platform is all of yours. We are eagerly look forward to your enlightening address. Sir, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Yeah. It's not allowed me so earlier. Sorry about that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Manjot. Very nice. And it's really nice to see Dr. Samar Singh. So I met him in Karnal so many times. So thank you. And I'm really very close to Dr. Jagtar. So everybody. So my just I'm saying something about that. So okay. So respected dignitary, esteemed faculty, distinguished collaborative, and dear participant. Okay. Uh, it's truly privileged to part of this important inaugural ceremony of Future 2026 Quality Upgradation and Training Program. I extend my sincere appreciation to Agrigreen, Equifast Agri Solution, and all the collaborative institutions for initiating such a timely and impactful program. I would be especially like to acknowledge the academic leadership of Ma- Mahakashi and University, along with ADC, and the other university, Punjabi University, and Value Sport, and ICI at to Knowledge Partner. So we are living in transformative area, so where education, agriculture, and technology are uh, converging rapidly. The role of faculty and researcher is no longer limited to teaching. It's about to shaping future-ready mind, driving innovation, and solving real-world challenges, especially in agriculture and rural development. Program like FDP is not just training event; they are capacity building platform that prepare us future of education and research. So role of AI and emerging technology, one of the most significant shift today is integration of artificial intelligence in education and agriculture. AI is enabling smart teaching and methodology, data-driven research, vicious agriculture practice, better academic writing, and publication support. However, technology alone is not enough. This is real value lie in the how educators adopt, and apply these tools, especially as tools responsibly and effectively. Strengthen research and academic excellence. This program rightly focus on research methodology, academic integrity and ethics, scientific writing and publication, implementation, and national education policy 2020. They are a critical pillar to improving the quality of global relevance of Indian higher education. Agriculture and sustainable focus. I am particularly glad to see inclusion of program area like sustainable agriculture, beekeeping, mushroom cultivation, livestock, and horticulture. This reflects a strong commitment toward bridging theory and with the field reality, which is essential for increasing farmer income and ensuring sustainable development. So my message to participants are, to all the participants, I would say this 7 day journey is opportunity to learn new tools, rethink your teaching approaches, strengthen your research capability, build collaborations, most importantly to be open change and innovation. So in conclusion, initiative like Future 2026 are vital for building in future ready academic ecosystem that integrate knowledge, technology, and sustainability. I congratulate all the organizers and the participants and wish this program great success. So thank you so for inviting me and best wishes to everyone. So you should learn and be in the future in the good way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable and insightful words. Now, moving forward, with great pleasure, we welcome Dr. Pradeep De, Director of IC Rotary Calcutta, as our esteemed guest of honor, a distinguished expert in natural resource management, soil science, and precision agriculture. Dr. Dey has served in leading scientific roles across premier ICAR institutes and contributed extensively to sustainable agriculture. With patents, copyrights, over 200 research papers, and leadership in major national and international projects, he has represented India globally and held prestigious positions, including President of Indian Science Congress Association. We are pleased to invite Dr. Pradeep Dey, our guest of honor, to grace this inauguration with his words. Sir, the virtual platform is all yours. We eagerly look forward to your enlightenment address.
Thank you, Dr. Kaur, for organizing this program and anchoring for so long now. In so many programs I was there. And first of all, AgriBirds Green and Eco-First Agri Solution. I must thank them for organizing this event for repeatedly for the benefit of the our different faculties, researchers, and educationists together. So Dr. Dhiman Sahab, I think Honorable Vice Chancellor, he must be here or maybe joining shortly. Dr. Samar Singh Sahab, of course, I am seeing him. And हमारे साथ है Malvinder ji already अभी ये just talked. And we have Dr. Vishwanath lined up. Maybe Dr. Parvinder Shiran, my very esteemed colleague, is also lined up, Dr. Giriwal, and all others who have joined this particular program. So we are meeting on a very actually celebrational day, that is Boisakhi. So happy Boisakhi to all of you also. As you know that NAP 2020 explicitly promotes multidisciplinary education and research. This is actually the crux of this particular Future 2026 that I was told and briefed by organizers. And then 3F we call it, that is farm, farmer and farming. How in a agri-ecosystem this can be taken together, that is our challenge. And then this NEP 2020 together with research and extension, if we superimpose, then experiential learning, internship and field exposure. These are the three things which are very important, and from that point of view also this particular program is very, very important. Then policy emphasis for teaching in local language, that is also, that was given. But together with that, actually support the effective communication, particularly that was the focus. So that is another one that we need to focus. And with this little background, we are doing the things with together with the KVKs, different KVKs of our zone. And then we are trying actually KVKs to showcase as district agri-tech epicenter. You know, there is, if there is earthquake, there is a epicenter for the earthquake where it originates from that place. Likewise, KVK in future, it is we call frontline extension, where it should act as agri-tech epicenter, district agri-tech epicenter, where main and modern tested technology should emerge from there. Like with that, from that point of view, Government of India and Indian Council of Agricultural Research, a drone was actually promoted through KVK for the first time. And then in the agriculture system, of course. And then one district, one product, that is one which we are actually promoting so that this federal system can be taken together for the extension system. And also we are trying from ICS side that Kisan Sarthi portal. Through Kisan Sarthi portal, actually, through a digital interface, we are trying to reach the unreached and serve the unserved. You know, it is very often, it is said that policies travel very fast from Delhi to state capital, but beyond there, it takes very long time actually. And to bridge that gap, one way out is how we can use our digital ecosystem more efficiently. And in this Kishan Sarthi was actually 2.0, that is app-based system, separate app for expert and separate app for farmers, that was created. And that 2.0 Kishan Sarthi was piloted through ICRT Kolkata. And that through that actually we are trying to reach most of the farmer. And now it is actually more than 6 crore advisories already sent and about 3 crores farmers registered as on today. Another one that from ICS side we are trying is actually the digital ecosystem through Kisan, KISAAN, Kisan 2.0, that integrates more than 300 tested agri apps at one place. You can download your whichever app is useful to you from this Kisan 2.0 particular place, and that is showcased, and you can use that. That is another one that we are trying to propagate. From our zone, one crab farming app was also developed. This is to say that this particular app, within very short time, there was maximum download. This was done by our Ganjam 2 KVK of Odisha in our zone. And this was the first crab farming app in the world. And that also download was maximum actually in this. So farmers are aware and people are aware now, and this ecosystem of this digital ecosystem we can use actually fruitfully from that angle. And then Kishi Mapper app is also being used for our CFLD pulses and oilseed, along with drone and other thing. Another thing that I would like to highlight is, for the first time in our zone, Nodia KVK, that is Krishi Vigyan Kendra Nodia, that under Vidhan Chandra Krishi Vishwavidyalaya and under the jurisdiction of ICR Atari Kolkata, became the first net zero KVK out of 731 KVK, and it was certified by, we got the certificate from UK-based I Know Carbon, one of the best registry of carbon registry of the world, and very authentic and very prestigious. So that was actually one thing we could achieve. So our aim is basically agriculture Internet of Things based dissemination of technology, where each parcel of land can be geo-referenced, their problem can be identified, put into the your solution matrix, and then through cloud-based ecosystem, it is should be directly served to the farmer's own mobile. So that is one of the thing that is our idea of next agriculture, what we can propagate. So for extension, those who are from extension side, just I many a time, of course, I have cited this one, that you know that when Edison invented electric bulb, it was to be written in each five-star hotel of America that this room is equipped with Edison electric bulb, electric light. Do not attempt to light with a match. Simply turn the key on the wall beside the door. And the use of electricity in no way harmful to health, and it is not harmful to human being overall. So that was written in the five-star hotel where most of the learned people, they used to visit. So that was the time when Edison bulb was getting popularized. So this is the crux of the thing, that when you are dealing with, if you are dealing with agriculture extension, then you must be very, very patient and needs persuasion repeatedly. So it is not a small job, it is a big job, but persuasion and repetition and time investment is the key, and collaboration is the key also. And domain interface wise, on-farm trial, frontline demonstration, capacity building, seed and input distribution, market linkage, then your value addition, value chain development, climate advisory, all these things we are doing, but these we can do more efficiently if we use the ecosystem of digital based ecosystem of India. Thank you very much. And once again, thanks to organizer for organizing this very important program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable words and for graciously spending your precious time to with us today. Now, looking forward, it's our privilege to welcome Dr. Pravinder Shero, presently serving as a Director of ICR Agriculture Technology Application Research Institute, Atari, Ludhiana, Punjab. Dr. Shero earned his PhD in agronomy in 2003 from CCS Haryana Agriculture University, Hisar, and has since established himself as a distinguished leader in agriculture research and extension. His outstanding contributions have been recognized through numerous prestigious honors, including the ICR Swami Sahajanand Saraswati Understanding Extension Scientist Award 2021, the Dr. P.S. Deshmukh Young Agronomist Award 2018, the Australian Award Fellowship 2017, the AICRP Team Award on Rapeseed Mustard 2014, and the CSSRI Best Scientist Award 2018. He is also a fellow of the Indian Society of Wheat Science 2018 and the Indian Society of Oilseed Research 2019. In addition to receiving the Academic Excellence Gold Medal and the SP Gold Medal for his scholarly achievements, Dr. Sharan's research and academic leadership are evident in his role in developing agronomic packages for 7 improved oilseed varieties and hybrids, and through his prolific scholarly output of over 150 research papers published in reputed national and international journals. His contribution further extends to 30 documented success stories, 4 books, 15 book chapters, 40 plus extension articles, 10 plus technical bulletins, and 8 training manuals, reflecting his commitment to advancing agriculture science and practices. We are honored to welcome Dr. Pavinder Sharma, our esteemed guest of honor, to deliver his inspiring address at this occasion. Sir, the virtual platform is all of yours.
Thank you, Manjot. This video is not working, is it? Hello.
Yes, sir.
It has been the video. It's been controlled by you people.
Sunil, sir, kindly check, please.
No problem. Thank you, Manjot, for giving me the opportunity to be here. So many known person, especially Dr. Samar Singh is there, Dr. Jagdar Singh Diwan, my senior colleague Dr. Pradeep Day, and especially Dr. Mulvinder Singh Marli to be a part of this inaugural function of this 7 days training program on a well-defined topic that is Future 2026. I was expecting that is a future, but if you go into the abbreviations, a very nice abbreviation has been pronounced here: faculty upgradation and technical training for researchers and educations. I will not take much of your time because I can see the more than 130 faces. They are being registered to this training program, 7 days training program. 2-3 things I would like to communicate. First thing is that we should assume the carrying capacity. I will compare both of this training program and the carrying capacity of Indian agriculture system. If you look at the Indian agriculture systems, we represent almost 2.4% of the land resources, 4% of the freshwater resources, and we are supporting almost 17 to 18% of human population across the world. But if you compare the 7 days training programs and the topics which you are likely to complete or speak or discuss during 7 days programs, it is I can say it is the 7 days are not enough, because you are covering each and every topic, may it be from the agriculture, livestock, horticulture, allied sectors, mushroom. There are so many topics which are likely to be discussed in the 7 days in programs. One thing I would like to suggest to you people that you just specify your training schedules accordingly, depending upon the carrying capacity, and in this case, the carrying capacity is the time management. Otherwise, we are touching each and every topic, but as far as these training programs are concerned, we want some advancements made in the research extension or the any other section, and depending upon those things, we should plan our training programs. So hopefully, the organizers will look into that in future. Most importantly, if you look at this type of training program or the skill development program or the capacity building programs, it is more of a refreshing type. All of us, whosoever is a participant of these training programs, are working in one way, one domain or the other domains. So these are just like refreshing courses for few people. If some new things are going on in and around the world, through different lectures or discussions, we get we aware of those things, so that we can refine ourselves, modify ourselves, and define our technical skill accordingly. And most importantly, these type of training programs have a cross learning also. Many a times it happens that the speakers may speak on some topic, but there are chances that the participants may also have the same knowledge, or maybe more than the knowledge, or maybe more knowledge than the speaker. So this we can take as a cross learning. Also, may it be a participant, may it be a speaker from any side. Definitely, as my colleague Dr. Dev was speaking, as Atari as a whole, we are representing KVKs and the Indian Agriculture Extension System. And now the time has come that we should modify our research programs from top down, from bottom up approach to top down approach, and particularly since the farmers are the ultimate stakeholders where the technology or the research is to be implementing as far as the agriculture sector is concerned. So we should look into the approach should be from the earlier. The approach is the bottom up approach, and it takes a lot of time to reach a particular technology at the farmer field at scale. Now the people are advocating the bottom up approach, keeping farmers in a centric role, or the farmers they will considered as a technology co-creators. So those who are working in this agriculture research and extension systems, I must communicate from my side that we should look into the farmer participatory research or innovations, so that the working at the farmer fields or the farmer to farmer extension will definitely help to help to translate our research into field level implementations. Secondly, um, this type of training programs also give us the time to converge ourselves, and partnership building nowadays is the most important factors, may it be public sector or the private sectors. Unless and until we will look forward for the or strengthening our partnerships, we will be having our own silos. Therefore, breaking the silos is the most important key. And whether you are working in a private sector or the public sector, in any domain, may it be agriculture or the corporate sectors, unless and until we will converge ourselves or break the silos to move ahead for the benefit of the society. Thirdly, as far as the extension is concerned, everyone is talking about digital extension. Digital extension is the need of the hour. We can say earlier there is supposed to be the training programs in physical modes. Now the module has been changed, and you can see 130 people. They are being accommodated through this virtual training through virtual mode. So definitely, likewise, the for research to be translated or the disseminated at the farmer fields, we should also move forward for the digital extension or agriculture. But this type of digital agriculture should be communicative also, because and it should be in the local languages also, so that the farmers can learn in an easier way. One thing, since I was advocating the carrying capacity, we should choose the topics of emerging sectors. And one emerging sectors I would like to add on here is the carbon market. So I must appreciate the efforts being made by the organizers, but I would like also request them ki hopefully in the time to come, one topic, one particular training programs on this carbon marketing and incentivizations, how best we can incentivize the farmers through training or awareness programs. Trainings maybe at the scientist levels, and the awareness at the farmers level. So this is a topic which should be considered in the future also, so as to make the things possible in an easier way. Since the time is a limiting factor, so I must thank the organizer, especially the AgriWorks Green and the Eco Fast Agri Solutions, for organizing these factors, these training programs, and especially the collaborators made MMU, Lukas University, Akal Degree University, and Saran Welfare Foundations for giving us the opportunity to say something on these emerging areas, which is a part of this training program. So thank you from my sides, and I must congratulate the organizers and best wishes to the participants for this 7 days learning experience. Hopefully, it will contribute for their excellence in their professionals academics also. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And we will consider your suggestion. Now, uh, now it's very great honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Jagtar Singh Taman, A disciplined academician, visionary administrator, and accomplished researcher with over 4 decades of exemplary contribution to higher education, agriculture research, and institutional leadership. Currently serving as the Vice Chancellor of Gurukhashi University, Dr. Diman has played a transformative role in strengthening academic system, promoting research excellence and fostering industry-academia linkages. His areas of specialization including educational administration, research management, agriculture communication, and plant pathology, particularly epidemiology and management of crop diseases. He has authored a large number of research papers, popular magazines, and newspaper articles, given hundreds of TV and radio interviews in India and abroad, and has authored 52 books on agriculture and other subjects. Dr. Diman earned his PhD in plant pathology from PAU and further enriched his academic journey with postdoctoral research in the United Kingdom under the prestigious Commonwealth Fellowship. His academic engagement extends globally, including his association with McGill University as a visiting professor in bioresource engineering and agriculture. Over the years, he has held several key leadership positions, including Pro Vice Chancellor, Registrar, and Additional Director Research and Communication at premier institutions. His administrative acumen is reflected in his significant contributions to policy formulation, accreditation processes, institution planning, and the establishment of innovative initiatives such as research excellence centers, mentor-mentee systems, and industry-oriented academic frameworks. An eminent researcher, Dr. Diman has led and contributed to numerous projects, recommended disease management strategies, and played a vital role in the development and evaluation of several improved crop varieties. His scholarly output includes over 80 research papers, numerous books, book chapters, and articles, along with extensive contribution to agriculture, journalism, and literacy works. Beyond academics, he has been deeply involved in extension activities, effectively bridging the gap between laboratory research and field application, thereby benefiting the farmer community at large. His efforts in communication and outreach through print and electronic media have significantly enhanced public awareness and agriculture dissemination. Dr. Diman's illustrious career is adorned with several prestigious awards and recognitions, including fellowships, teaching awards, and honors from reputed scientific and literacy organization. With his vast experience, dynamic leadership, and unwavering commitment to excellence, Dr. Diman continues to inspire the academic community and contribute meaningfully to the advancement of education and society. We are truly privileged to have such a distinguished personality among us today. We warmly welcome Dr. Jagtar Singh Tumanji, Vice Chancellor of Gurukhashi University, to grace his inauguration with his address. Sir, the virtual platform is all of yours. We eagerly look forward to your enlightening address.
Yeah. So, respected dignitaries, distinguished experts, dear participants, and honorable collaborators, a very good evening. I am happy that experienced agricultural experts and educationists are connected with this program. The notable ones are Dr. Samar Singh, Dean and Director, Faculty of Agriculture, Maulana Ambala, Dr. Pravinder Shoran, whom we just heard, Director ICR at RE Ludhiana, Dr. Javed Ahmad Khan, Dean Academics and Director IQAC, Gurukhashi University, Dr. Pradeep Day, Director ICR at RE Kolkata, Dr. Pushpinder Singh Pannu, former ADR PAU, Dr. Navdeep Garewal, Deputy Director Research, Gurukhashi University, Dr. Malvinder Singh Malli, Advisor, School of Agricultural Biotechnology, PAU, Director Bahumantvi Kheti, and Gurpreet Singh, CEO and founder, AgriVerse Green, Shivendra Pratap Rathore, CEO and founder, Eco Fast Agriculture Solutions. It is my privilege and great pleasure to welcome you all to this faculty development program, cum training initiative titled Faculty Upgradation and Training Upskilling for Research and Education. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed management of Maharshi Markandeshwar University, Gurukhashi University, Punjabi University Patiala, SRA Welfare Foundation and Trust, and SRA Agriculture Research Forum for joining hands to organize this important FDP CUM training program. We are equally grateful to our knowledge partners, Atari Ludhiana and Atari Kolkata, for their intellectual support and guidance. This program has been thoughtfully organized by AgriVerse Green and EcoFast Agri Solution, whose commitment to sustainable agriculture and education innovation is truly commendable. I congratulate them for this very important and need-based program they have organized. Now, discussing about the context and need of such programs, we are living in an era of rapid transformation, where knowledge is doubling at an unprecedented rate. According to recent global estimates, the volume of scientific knowledge is doubling approximately 12 to 3 months compared to decades in the past. That means scientific developments are taking place at very rapid pace, and we have to keep pace with the developments. We have to reorient, reprioritize, and refurbish our programs accordingly. This demands that educators continuously evolve. This is in all domains, including agriculture. Faculty today are no longer just transformers of knowledge. They are mentors, innovators, researchers, and change makers. They have a great role to develop the society and the nation. The multidisciplinary developments affecting agriculture, such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, robotics, and constituents of agricultural 4, including robotics, digitization, etc., they can be gainfully used to make agriculture matching the contemporary needs. A teacher using traditional lecture methods may reach 50 students or so, but a teacher equipped with AI node tools and technologies, digital pedagogies, can impact thousands through blended and online learning achievements. During the COVID pandemic's era, so we had a new normal of online and hybrid mode of teaching. So that has become normal with our system, and it is still being followed today. And in all FDPs, in all educational programs, in all trainings, so this is going to be inevitably an important approach for imparting teaching of our students. Thus, upskilling is not optional, it is essential. And the other very important thing is that whatever technology we develop, it must have an outreach to the farmers, outreach to the grassroots level. So at Guru Kashi University, we have developed a system where 20 villages around the university we have adopted. And our pharmacy students, our pharmacy teachers, our agricultural students and teachers, they often go there, organize camps, and educate and stimulate the queries of our village farmers and women. So this is required. And now the other very important thing is that we must develop our programs according to the needs of the nation. So they must align with the national priorities. The contemporary agriculture must have its programs, have its approaches, have its tools and technologies, have its programs which are in alignment with the national priorities. It's really good to know that this today's program, which is we are going to inaugurate, that strongly aligns with the vision of the new education policy 2020. The policy emphasizes those things which this program has already considered, like multidisciplinary education, research and innovation, technology integration, and continuous professional development, use of art and creativity in the impart of education, inculcating critical thinking, giving flexibility to the student, making programs pro-students, like multiple entry and exit system, then a credit-based choice system, then academic bank of credits, continuous evaluation. These are some of the highlights of the new education policy that Guru Kashi has adopted, and many other universities participating in this program have adopted. So this is pro-students approaches as per the domains of the new education policy, and they must give their desired benefit to the students. NEP 2020 clearly states that faculty development is the backbone of educational reform. And so this program, which has been held today, it's greatly relevant and time and need-based. So then its thematic importance is also need-based. and it is as per the needed time. I am sure over the next 7 days, this FDP will cover critical and contemporary themes. So there are many important contemporary themes that we must focus on. These are research ethics. In the world where publications are increasing, ethical concerns such as plagiarism and data manipulation are also rising. And if we see, we can find that we are drowning in information, but starving in education, in knowledge. So we should go in for the real knowledge, and we should try to explore the possible channels, possible fora, possible platforms where we can get the proper education. For instance, studies suggest that nearly 10 to 15% of research papers globally face educational ethical scrutiny criteria. The universities must make efforts that faculty members do publishable research and provide them the needed support for encouraging them to publish in high impact journals. This highlights the importance of integrity in research, free from plagiarism, and do original research and creative thinking and critical thinking based research that can be problem solving research that can address to the local problems where the university is working. Then we should focus on the research methodology. Strong methodology leads to impactful research. A poorly designed study, no matter how innovative, fails to create value. Participants will learn how to design robust, replicable, and meaningful research by attending such FDPs and training programs like this one. Then we must focus on intellectual property right. There was a time when we worked for the farmers. We did not charge any money for soil testing, for diagnosis of a disease or pest. But now the system is changed, and every institution has developed the intellectual property right, whatever variety, whatever technology, or whatever new innovation we are giving. So that is qualified for innovativeness and IPR concerns. In today's knowledge economy, ideas are the assets. We and the researcher or the faculty member doing that innovation or that type of advancement in technology and pedagogy, so that he will get the credit, the intellectual property. India has seen that about 1/3 rise in or 33% rise in the patent filings in recent years, indicating growing innovation. So this is a good thing, and we should follow on this track. Understanding IPR ensures that the researchers protect and commercialize their work effectively, and so that anybody who is a good worker gets the credit for that. Then the recent development is AI, innovations, and the new advancements in artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence in education has a great role to play. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the teaching and learning in the classroom. From personalized learning systems to automated assessments, AI is reshaping classrooms. We are studying, we are knowing the requirements of the teacher. We are knowing the aptitude of the student, what he likes, in which form he likes, and we can reorient our educational and curriculum development programs accordingly. For example, AI-based tools can identify learning gaps in students within minutes, something that earlier did not materialize, and it was not there earlier. So AI must find a place in our educational programs. If we see the conferences and the publications on AI, we find that globally, number one is US, number two is Canada, and number three is India. So, and then China. So it is a great progress we are making in the direction of understanding and applying AI tools and technologies in the part of education, in the curriculum development and curriculum delivery. So then we must focus on the quality of academics, the quality enhancement in higher education. Quality is no longer defined as the infrastructure alone. It is defined by outcomes, innovations, global relevance, public-private partnership, and linkage with industry. Institutional focus on quality practices, see higher research output. These have become normals and the needs of today. so we can get better rankings for our institutions and improved student success if we utilize all the available tools and techniques, the methods, approaches, and efforts for enhancing the quality of our academics. And there are many private universities growing in the country, and in our state, a large number of private universities are doing very good. But still, a focus on research and quality of academics that are always talked of, and we must focus on that. And the FDPs like this, they can sensitize our participants in that direction. Then if we do all this, so there can be a large number of benefits that can accrue to our participants. Dear participants, this FDP is not just a program, it is an opportunity. We should consider like that. By the end of this training, you will understand contemporary challenges in research and education, in agriculture, and we should learn how new technology can address these challenges, and we can gain insights from eminent experts and practitioners that are interacting with you, and they are deliberating on the topics assigned to them. And we can develop skills to enhance teaching effectiveness and research productivity. For example, a faculty member who integrates research methodology and AI and digitization and machine learning and data science, so they can publish in high impact journals, they can guide students more effectively and purposefully, they can contribute to innovation and societal development. So there is a need to bridge the gap between the contemporary education, different domains of the contemporary education. So today we face several challenges in education also. There is a big gap between theory and practice. Whatever we teach in the class, whatever concepts we share our students, they must be provided hands-on experience on that, practical shape on that, and practical learning that will enhance the skills of our students. We have limited interdisciplinary research. We must promote interdisciplinarity in our education, in our research, and a lack of industry academia collaboration is there. We can try to encourage more linkage with the academia or with the industry. For example, in Punjab Agricultural University, when I was there, so we developed the barley varieties which were needed by the beer industry or malt industry. So if we join our hands, join our thinking, share our ideas, and develop connectivity with industry, we can certainly develop such programs. So this is very important. And the same thing is being felt by this FDP and training program. The FDP and training program aims to bridge these gaps by promoting technology-driven solutions, collaborative research ecosystems, and skill-based educational models. And the other thing, very important thing, is that if we look at our Punjab agriculture, one of the major challenges, one of the major concerns is the small farmers in Punjab. In India, if we see, so there are two-thirds of our farming community, they are having very small land holding of 4 acres or so. So it is very difficult to conduct this profitable agriculture on small holdings. They have holdings, they have their own difficulties. They cannot buy big machinery. They cannot go in for marketing. Cooperative system is not very effective here. It is very good in Maharashtra, but in Punjab, if we see horticulture, Kinno is number 1 horticulture produced in Punjab. But still, we lack marketing due to the lack of this cooperative system. So we must think of the policy planners, must think of developing some modules for cooperative setup so that the small farmers, they can get the profit. They can get the desired profit one. So we are privileged to have eminent experts that will be deliberating today in this FDP and training program. So they are from the diverse backgrounds, from diverse domains. They have a lot of experience, and the experience shared with the participants is much more beneficial than the participants can learn from any book or from any journal. So from diverse domains, who will share their experiences, insights, and practical knowledge with our participants. Their guidance will undoubtedly inspire new ideas and perspectives. Some experts are those with whom I have worked very closely. So, Dr. Javed Ahmed Khan, Dr. Navdeep Garewal, Pushpinder Singh Pannu, Dr. Malvinder Singh Balli, and others. So, whom I have interacted, and they are very experienced persons. They can share very useful things with our participants. So, towards the concluding part, I would like to emphasize that education is the most powerful tool for transformation. Education is an engine for development. Education can shape and reshape the world, and the trained faculty are the strongest pillars. So today we have our trained faculty, our trainers, our experts. They are sharing their ideas. So let us use this platform to learn, to collaborate, to innovate, and to transform. Let this FDP and training program be a stepping stone toward academic excellence and research innovation and societal impact. I once again welcome you and wish you a highly enriching and productive learning experience. I feel great delight in the inauguration of this important event. And whenever we go, we must carry home with us the messages for academic excellence, research innovation, and societal impact. So, with these words, I thank you and congratulate the organizers for organizing this program with a difference, which is going to benefit our participants in a big way. So, thank you very much. Congratulations. Good luck. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable words. Now, looking forward, it's a great privilege and honor to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Professor Samar Singh, a distinguished academician, researcher, and administrator in the field of agriculture. Professor Samar Singh is currently serving as the Dean cum Director, Faculty of Agriculture at MMU. With an illustrious professional career spanning over 40 years, he has made remarkable contributions in teaching, research, and extension education. Dr. Singh has served as the Vice Chancellor of Maharana Pratap Horticulture University, Karnal, where he achieved a remarkable milestone. Under his leadership, the university adopted advanced e-governance system, established state-of-the-art laboratories and modern research infrastructure, and became the first in the state to initiate drone pilot training programs, creating new employment opportunities for the youth. He also pioneered initiatives in carbon trading and environmental sustainability, addressed critical issues like crop residue management. He also held the additional charge of Vice Chancellor at Chaudhry Charan Singh Haryana Agriculture University, Hisar, where he strengthened research infrastructure, upgraded regional research station, and promoted a healthy academic environment. During his tenure, the university released more than 12 new crop varieties, secured 3 patents, and established 7 community radio stations across Haryana to enhance agriculture outreach. And grade of CCSHAU, Hisar, Professor Singh completed his PhD in agronomy with outstanding academic excellence and further enhanced his global exposure as a postdoctoral fellowship at the University of Florida Citrus Research and Education Center. His research contributions are vast and impactful, particularly in the areas of weed management, herbicide resistance, zero tillage, laser land labeling, direct seeded rice, and sustainable agriculture practices. He has played a prominent role in identifying and managing herbicide resistance in flooded minor in India, which significantly benefited wheat production system. Professor Singh has been actively involved in international collaborations with prestigious organizations like CIMIT, IRI, ICRI set and World Bank projects and has represented India in numerous countries, including USA, Australia, China, and the Netherlands. His global outlook has greatly contributed to the advancement of agriculture technologies in the Indo-Gangetic plains. With our 250 scientific publications, 50 plus research projects, and more than 20 national and international awards, Professor Samar Singh stands as a towering figure in agriculture sciences. His efforts in promoting resource conservation technologies, farmer participatory research, and technology transfer have transformed agriculture practices across South Asia. We are honored to welcome Dr. Samar Singh, Dean and Director of the Faculty of Agriculture at MMDU Mulana Ambala and former Vice Chancellor of MHU Karnal and CCSHAU Hisar to deliver his address at the invitation. Sir, the virtual platform is also yours.
Thank you, Manjot Kaur. Am I audible?
Yes,
Am
sir.
I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. Respected dignitaries present here, among those Dr. Manjeet, Dr. Jagdar Singh, Vice Chancellor, Guru Kasi University, Dr. Shoram, Dr. Madhvinder Singh, Dr. Rai, and other dignitaries, organizers, esteemed faculty members, dear students, and all other participants.
Actually, if there are
Good evening
two
to all.
systems on, please put up one system, otherwise echo will be there.
Yeah. It is a matter of great pleasure and honor to me present with you this very important FD program through and training program through online. First of all, I sincerely congratulate the organizers, AgriVerse Green and EcoFast, and other collaborators and knowledge partners for selecting such a relevant and forward-looking theme that is an integrated approach. In today's rapidly changing world, isolated knowledge is no longer sufficient. The challenge we face, be it in agriculture, education, environment, and technology, are complex and interconnected. Therefore, integrated approach is not just desirable, but it is essential too. In the content of agriculture, an integrated approach is backbone of sustainable farming system. Integration of crop livestock, agroforestry, mushroom, beekeeping, crop health management, and digitalization in agriculture enhance the crop productivity and income, and overall improve the livelihood of farmers and rural people, which strengthen the ecological balance. Combining traditional knowledge with the modern agriculture like AI, IoT, and precision farming leads to better decision making. During the training session, all you get the deep knowledge of various enterprises such as beekeeping that not only generates the additional income but also enhances the crop productivity through pollination and improves the biodiversity and supports the ecological balance. Mushroom production, another enterprise, is an excellent example of waste to wealth technology. It utilizes the agriculture residue, requires less land, and provides quick returns. It is highly suitable for rural youth and more in entrepreneurship for the women also. It contributes the nutritional food security and economic security also. Livestock also plays a crucial role in stabilizing farm income. Integration of dairy, poultry, and small ruminants with the crop ensures better nutrient recycling availability of organic manures and diversification. Healthy crops are the fundamentals of sustainable agriculture. Integrated pest management and climate resilient practices is essential for maintaining the productivity and reducing the environment inputs. Digital technologies such as AI, IoT, remote sensing, and mobile this based advisory service are transforming agriculture in today's time. They enable the precision farming, real-time decision making, weather forecasting, and different efficient resource use, making farming more profitable and resilient. Artificial intelligence and digital market also creates new opportunity for innovation, entrepreneurship, and global competitiveness. Post-harvest management is critical to reduce the losses and enhance the farmers' income, scientific storage, processing, value addition, and efficient supply chain ensure the better quality and better market returns. When we integrate all these enterprises, we are creating a system that is both economically viable and environmentally sustainable. For educators, adopting an integrated approach means promoting experiential and problem based learning. It encourages the research that address the real world challenges and builds the partnership between academia, industries, and society. FDV like this play a crucial role in equipping educators with skills and perspectives required for this transformation. As faculty member, and we are the catalyst of change. Your role of faculty member is not just limited to the teaching subjects, but also extend to shaping the future professionals who can think holistically and act responsibly. You should know the research ethics and be perfect in research methodology. Research methods must be guided by integrity, honesty, and transparency. Avoiding the plagiarism, ensuring proper data management, and maintaining the ethical standards are the essential to produce credible and impactful research. A strong research methodology is the backbone of scientific inquiry. Proper problem identification, experimental design, data analysis, and interpretation ensure that research findings are reliable and meaningful. Research ethics, integrity, transparency, and honesty are the pillars of credible research. As a faculty, we must make our teaching program syllabus which aligned with the national and global standards. And which caters the need of farmers, industries, and other stakeholders. And our research should be focused on interdisciplinary on the issues related to farmer, particularly small and marginal farmer. And we should adopt the farmer participatory research approach, keeping in view that machines are bigger machines are not easily available to the small farmers and because they are costly and they are not good in small fields. Whatever the good research is outcome is there, that should we go to the farmers through various modern extension approach. And we should work keeping in view that we have to save our natural resources, that is water, soil, and environment. And in the end, I am confident that this PDF and the training program will provide valuable insights, practical knowledge, and new perspectives to all the participants. Thanks to all the organizer, and let us work together building a system that is integrated, inclusive, and innovative. Thank you, and I wish the program a great success. I ensure the organizers that we should collaborate and participate in such a program in future also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable words. Now, moving forward, it's time for today's session and also a time to introduce you all with our experts or today's speakers. Our today's first speaker is Dr. Navdeep Singh Garewal. Dr. Garewal is an academician, researcher, and academic administrator with interdisciplinary expertise spanning mechanical engineering, material science, and biomedical engineering. He obtained his postdoctorate from University of South Bohemia, Czech Republic, Europe, He also he holds a PhD with research focused on bioactive compost and hybrid coating on biodegradable magnesium alloys for orthopedic applications. His work emphasizes structure, property, biological response correlations, corrosion control, antibacterial behavior, and clinical transition of biomaterials. He has extensive experience with advanced materials characterization and electrochemical techniques and has published in high impact and top ranked international journals. Dr. Garewal currently serves as Assistant Director R&D Cells, plays key research leadership roles at Gurukashi University, Talwandi Sabo, contributing actively to research policy, faculty development, and innovation driven academic initiatives. We are truly honored to welcome Dr. Navdeep Singh Garewal, our esteemed speaker, who joined us today to deliver his insightful lecture. Sir, the virtual platform is all yours.
Very good evening to all of the attendees. Is my video visible? Please.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So, very good evening to all of the attendees, and thank you, Manjot, for a nice introduction. Apart from that, I would first like to thanks the organizers and especially our guest of the day, including Dr. Pradeep De, Dr. Pravinder Sharan, and Dr. Jagtar Singh Dhiman, Vice Chancellor, Guru Kashi University, and Dr. Samar Singh. Their suggestions and valuable talks are really thought-provoking. So let's start with today lecture. It is basically focused on, I picked the topic of role of NEP 2020 for the development of research and development activities in higher education institutes. Look, in the earlier policies also and in the most of the government programs also, none of the scheme was so precise as it is discussed in NEP 2020. So I would like to share a presentation with you, and I think it will be more valuable if if you have the infographics at the same time and same time I talk. And let me share PPT with you. Kindly confirm when it is visible.
Okay.
Okay, so is my PPT visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So if we talk for NEP 2020, there is a special vertical that is spanned between 17.6 to 17.11 of the policy, particularly focusing the catalyzing quality academic research. Okay, so in this whole PPT, we will deep down that how this gonna transfer the actual research implementation in India. Actually, the basic issue or the basic agenda that was behind the administration level, that we are very good in publishing the papers, we are good in publishing the patents, we are good in each of the vertical of research. But despite that, our deliverability is not that. You can take an example of Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Each day, our defense forces are having some another set of goals, and how HAL is lacking. That is one of our primary production unit in army defense. This is only one example. There are a lot of other examples where the need in terms of research is fulfilled by designated agencies. So to having all this agenda on a same table, the NEP 2020 was designed especially giving a privilege to research. So in current PPT, we will first explore NEP 2020's transformative approach, and then what are the objectives, what are the policy structures, fundamental changes that NEP 2020 brings into the notice, especially in terms of research and development only. And then we will deep down into vision, core principle, and how it gonna implemented in higher education institutes. So if we talk on the NEP 2020 and role of India, First, let's zoom out and have a global look. It is somehow maintained that average GDP of a country must give its 1.8% to research and development. Okay, because research and development have long been the backbone of world-class education system. The countries, if we talk in the terms of United States, China, South Korea, they invested heavily in R&D. Okay, and more than 2% or 2.5%, even South Israel is spending nearly 4% of their GDP on the research and development activities. But if we look at the Indian perspective, our expenditure is 0.7%. That is far below than the 1.8% benchmark. Okay, so the NEP 2020 recognized this deficit and places a strong emphasis on elevating research in academic institutions, not just for prestige, but as a fundamental pillar of national development. R&D enables students and faculty to transition from rote learning to discovery-driven education. That is the basic transformation that you can see in the goals of NEP 2020. It fosters a culture of inquiry, creativity, and relevance, and essentially the qualities for India to meet the challenges of a dynamic global economy. So how NEP is put a perspective that research driven things can boost the economy, right? Look, there was a time when people were only talking about applied research, and then people start listening the term interdisciplinary research. Then the term came multidisciplinary research. Now, you know what the current term that has been used to solve a global problem? That is transdisciplinary research. How the brainstorming of each vertical of the science has been put together on a same table, that it should come with a creativity, it should come with a noble creative idea, not idea, implementation of that idea, so that a society deliverable thing can be achieved out of it. Previously, what was doing, as our speakers are already much given the fact that we are very good at publishing the papers, we're good in publishing the books, publishing the patents, but still why we are not achieve that goal, that benchmark of R&D? Because those research are only meant for the publication purposes, for somehow, I'm sorry to say, for their some personal gains are associated with it, but very few of them are actually designed for deliverability towards society. That's how we are lacking, and our research are somehow lacking the transdisciplinary approach. Transdisciplinary approach, if I want to sum up with you, is a problem that is affecting the global perspective, like COVID was a problem. Okay, so when all the research that is done to incube the COVID or to eliminate the post-COVID effects is a part of transdisciplinary research. Now greenhouse effect and these greenhouse gases and carbon emission, that is one of the again a global problem. So when we solve a global problem, and people from each category of the society, a biologist, a economist, a scientist, a chemist, well, all of the society members from each domain of science sit together, apply their brains, then when the solution came out, that is as transdisciplinary research. Okay, so our Indian NEP systems are more into bringing the transdisciplinary research into the scenario. So if we look out, you can look at the pie chart, that if we talk that what is the contribution of the universal administrative setup towards the Indian R&D, nearly 54.5 are contribution from central universities, 43% are from state or public universities, and then again from another state private universities. So there is a complete domain. Here we can see that we are having equal opportunity R&D system. It is not manipulated, or it is not dominated by only private sector, or not only dominated by government sector. So NEP 2020's R&D policy has been designed so that equal benefits could be given to the private as well as government sector. So historical context, why this special emphasis was given in NEP 2020 was the research culture in Indian higher education has evolved significantly over the decades. Like during the colonial era, education systems were largely designed to produce clerical workers rather than scholars or scientists. And minimal emphasis was given on original research or innovation. So down the line, this thing was carry on from one decade to second decade to third decade. Although there were creation of IITs, IISCs, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, and such great institutes, no doubt, undoubtedly, they come into existence and they become a torchlight so that the other institutions could also learn from them. And NEP 2020 builds on this legacy with the transformative vision, embedding research and development into the DNA of all higher education institutes. So the policy expand the scope of research beyond elite institution, aiming to make every college and university a hub of innovation. Uh, Now, what is the, let me now directly jump into the very first great achievement or scheme under NEP 2020, that is the Vigyan Dhara scheme. I think many of you, those who are actively associated with research, they from the last year or last 2 years came in or heard a new thing, IKS, Indian Knowledge System. Okay. What is IKS? IKS is actually part of Vigyan Dhara scheme, and I'll tell you how it works. The Vigyan Dhara scheme is basically designed to give 100% full term FTE count for research faculty members. Earlier, what was the scene, and mostly the scene is also there in today's era, like we are having R&D cell, we are having research department, how they work. The people from other department, it may be from engineering, from science, is get deputed as a member of R&D cell or as a member of research cell or a dean research office, something like that. So there is a not a full term equivalent FTE count, but if you went abroad, you will see there are 100% FTE research staff. They are only designated as a research faculty. Like we are having a part-time research activities that is going through, and they are having a full-term research person, so definitely the output will be more. So under Vigyan Dhara scheme, the government has an initiative and instructed all the higher education institutes that you must hire a full-time equivalent researcher staff. So their only purpose will be to work for betterment of research and development in a organization. Okay, so this is one of the cornerstone or basic highlight that is present in this NEP 2020. And second major thing that is brought into effect is creation of ANRF. Okay, Anusandhan National Research Foundation was created for funding all the call for proposals. Earlier that was done by DST or SERV, and now all they are put under one single umbrella, that is ANRF. And again, apart from ANRF, National Science, Technology and Innovation Policy 2013 has also been amended, and a special promotion for women in science and research has been created. And apart from that, there are many attracting policies has been introduced, like Prime Minister Research Fellowship, okay, innovation of science pursuit or inspire research, okay, and Prime Minister Early Career Research Fellow grant is also there. And apart from that, the most important is now government is gonna funded if you want to go and attend an international conference, okay. Previously there were only 1 to 2 agencies who are funding your visit or to present a paper in an international conference, but now there are, I think, all of the major funding agency, it may be from ICMR, it may be from CSIR, it may be from ANRF, and it may be from ICCSSR. They all are having special budget allocate that Indian researcher would go abroad, present his paper or research at a global stage, so that the Indian recognition will be boosted upon. Okay, and this is all about the government initiatives. So what are the challenges of India's R&D ecosystem? Like we have already told that we are nearly 0.8, we are standing nearly at 0.8%. But if we look into the another countries contribution, okay, they're quite high. Then the another main factor is, apart from budget, is we are having a large scale brain drain, okay. People who are in India, in from Indian system, they study at Indian universities, they did their bachelor's from Indian universities, but when it comes to serving, they are serving for other country, because there are our policies which can't maintain a high end mind in the Indian territory. So there was a major challenge that how we can solve this. So in 2020, researchers per billion inhabitants in India was only 260. So in comparison to 1602 in China. So we have to, there is a large gray area on which we have to work upon. Then another challenge is lack of inclusivity. Our socio-cultural norms and there are hurdles that are many sections of society, including women, from actively participating in R&D activities. So this was also a challenge. Now to give a weightage to it, not only the women, there are special calls for proposal for special categories in India. Okay. So I think they all are working very well. Then challenges in translating research into successful technologies, as we already told that our research is only meant for to get stored in the tables or on library. Okay, we are not technology driven. Why? The basic factor behind that is we are having a big academy industry collaboration. We are not kept up to the date or real world problems into scenario when we are doing research. Our research is only prompted by the literature review that we have studied. If somebody is doing this, if somebody has achieved efficiency of 10%, and if somebody has achieved a efficiency of 20%, then I will achieve the efficiency of 26%. And so this we have to look upon the major thing. So I will not take much time on this. So then again, the again broad perspective, the important aspect from this NEP 2020 was creation of National Research Foundation. National Research Foundation is envisioned to fund, mentor, and coordinate research across various disciplines and institutes. Okay, so they are giving equal weightage to men, women of each category, and apart from that, they are also committed to give the funding to all the verticals of science, like when it comes to veterinary science, agriculture, medicine, engineering, technology, and other science. So they all are giving equal weightage so that all the fields will get enough funding to pursue their research goals. And a very powerful NRF Act 2023 has been passed by Indian Council that has a vision that rupees 50,000 crore will be invested in the coming 5 years. Okay, and it will be monitored under DST, and by this our percentage GDP, which was 0.8%, would nearly become double. It will become 1.5%. So if it will be invested in fair amount and all the stakeholders will get benefited from that, then it will be very useful for the researchers. So but the things are not go as well. There are also challenges associated with NRF, like 50% of the funding mechanism is dependent on the private sector, and it is not that all the 50,000 crore will be given by the government. 25,000 crore will be raised from the private firms, 25,000 crore will be given by the government. Okay, and then there will be autonomy issues are also there, and then the time period with how much time that will be given, what will be the peer review process, and moreover the transparency in the system. They all are challenges associated with it. So keeping these things in line, UGC has also floated very clear-cut guidelines for higher education institutes, that how one can lean with NEP 2020. So the R&D cells particularly are intended to operationalize NEP 2020 research vision at the institution level. They will serve as a hub for research mentorship, proposal drafting, interdisciplinary collaboration, and fund management. Because previously the research projects were granted only on the scope of the problem. But now under this ANRF initiatives, as I already told, transdisciplinary research, those problems which are having a potential, a stamina to address a global problem, will be given a higher weightage. Okay, so and apart from that, the R&D cell are also supposed to facilitate partnership with industries and government bodies. And beyond infrastructure, the focus is on capacity building, also training faculty and students to engage in high quality policy relevant research. And even if we talk about NIRF, the publishing of papers is not only sufficient for a higher education institute to get better ranking in IRF. The perception also works. What is the impact factor in which those articles were published? What is the H index of particular person? What is the citation number, that how globally they are impacting the advancements on that particular field? So basically it is a perception based things that are moving ahead in the coming agencies who got these ranking and all that stuff. So accordingly UGC has also clear cut gave guidelines. And then multidisciplinary and holistic research approach, I think we already told about it. And now the again, when it comes to the implementation, then the big question that arises is autonomy. Okay, so does NEP allows higher education institutes for R&D autonomy? The answer is yes. NEP allows HEIs to design curricula, conduct research, and manage internal governance completely. If I am a rural university situated in agriculture rich land and nearby surrounded by farmers, I am very much free to amend my syllabi, to amend my curriculum, to amend my course objectives, to amend my course outcomes that will address the problems facing by the stakeholders present in that geographic area. Okay, and delinking from affiliations and accreditation based autonomy is also a part. And then research intensive and teaching intensive HEIs. Look, previously they although the both are interconnected, research and teaching both are interconnected, but as I already told, under Vigyan Dhara scheme, 100% FTE, which were only present in foreign countries earlier, that a non-Indian university, if we take exception of IISCs and IITs, that will be exception. But other state or your private universities were not hiring only research staff, or there were not only a research division. But if we look after NEP 2020, there are universities, even though government universities, even though private universities, who are hiring the staff members purely based upon a research. They are only designated to research department or research division, and they are fully paid at 100% FTE just for pursuing the research related activities. So then the important aspect of this is when the government is pushing 50,000 rupees into the system, and definitely then they are also looking for the outcome. And the outcome, the first is that government wants a shift from quantity to quality. I don't want 10 research paper published by manipulating the data of only one paper, somehow changes second paper, then little bit change third paper. No, they are more emphasized toward quality. Publish a good impact factor paper who is gone through rigorous double blinded peer review process and then get published. Because when such thing will happen, the retraction rate will try the will decrease. Currently, India is nearly at global ranking 3 when it comes to the number of retraction. Of the first one is obviously China, but retraction are biggest blot on our research. And nowadays a campaign is also going on. It is very much prominently going on that if a researcher is found more than one paper, his paper is retracted, then the funding agency will take serious note on it. And there is a demand by Indian Research Watch that is put in the front of ANRF, that if a researcher is engaged in more than one retraction, maybe 5 or 10 retraction, then the funding will not allow to that person. So such kind of serious concerns are there. And then the research outcome will be based on society and institutional accountability, but also with their currently what NEP 2020 says that a paper, let's take a small example, a paper or a proposal, before it gets submitted to a particular journal or a particular agency, must be first reviewed at departmental research committee level. This practice abroad, this practice is very common. First, there is a dean meeting in which your manuscript is discussed, first of all at department level, then dean level. So when the internal checks are okay, then only you are allowed to put your manuscript in a journal. But in India, our practices are not like that. But in NEP 2020 is having a vision that institutes should also hold some accountability before floating the manuscript. And then there are public and private R&D funding. It is basically NEP is 2020 is mainly focused on the relation between academia and industry. So if industry get benefited by the research done by academicians, no doubt there will be a win-win situation for both the stakeholders. And the another major achievement under NEP 2020 is Spark, that is promotion of academic and research collaboration. So it is a flagship initiative by the Ministry of Education, and it promotes HGIs to make MOUs with foreign universities, especially within top 100 QS ranking. As of now, India is having 799 joint research projects and worth rupees 515.9. And you have also seen that many of the international universities are now creating their campuses in India, in Hyderabad, at Delhi, at Madras, and even most of our IIT is also making their campuses abroad, the India. So they all are the vision came under this spark. And the most important aspect is capacity building. So special mandate has been passed that for research related activities, the faculty training should be there. Even the major funding agency like ICCSSR has also promoting the courses like funding course. They give rupees 8 lakh to institute if you want to organize a research methodology course. Then throughout the year this call is open. Okay, so you have to just make a draft for 10 days that these will be our speakers and this they will deliver this, make a strong proposal. And if it is national level, then it is 8 lakh, and there are some provision if it is international, so you can get more than 8 lakh also. So a special emphasis on MOOC and another courses are also given. So, and then job opportunities, entrepreneurship, and it's a major deficiency in India. So the current government is having a vision that apart from seeking a job, a person should be able to create a job. So the basic content for that is we have to set up incubation centers. We have to work upon entrepreneurship. We have to make some noble ideas. We have a very strong pitching for that idea. And then we can have all this. Once we have all the setup, we can easily go for the betterment of society. And I will then not take much time. I think our schedule is also going late. As I already told you, the basic of NEP 2020 is IKS, Indian Knowledge System. It is a very good initiative. No doubt we are in an era of AI, but AI can only do the things. What are expected out of AI? AI is just a fire. Who will guide that fire? Indian heritage system, Indian spiritual system is very rich, and not undoubtedly we are having very rich scientific knowledge. Okay, so NEP 2020 works that by using the policies of ancient India, we can work upon we can address the problems of modern India. Okay, so the themes from the ancient logic or ancient knowledge should be used to promote or to address the problems of current India. So it's a very interesting thing. I think it will take, I guess it can alone take 1 hour to get interacted with. So I'll again, industry academia partnership is also a great weightage. And then we also talk about international collaboration, establishing of foreign higher education campuses in India under the Spark process. It is continuously going on increasing. And now I will sum up with what are the way forward for improving R&D ecosystem in India. So the first vertical should be collaboration for translation of research into technologies. Our research cannot be only for publication of paper, cannot be non publication for patent. It should have a practical goal, and the implementation is is as important as the invention itself. Second is investment in education and skill development. Okay, the only thing which we can achieve is we have to go for the settlement of incubation centers. More there should be a trend of startups, incubation centers. Then undoubtedly skill will automatically go up. And then the proper implementation of NEP 2020 should be there in higher education institutes. That would definitely improve the research and development ecosystem. So with that, I would like to sum up my lecture. Thank you very much for organizers for inviting me. And if you having any question from the audience, I would like to take the question.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now, this is a doubt clearing session. If anyone has any doubt or any question regarding this topic, he or she may kindly post them in the chat box. Sir will address and answer the questions one by one.
Okay, Manjot, I think they all are satisfied with the lecture. So
Yes, sir.
that is
Maybe
good.
so there is
If
no
it is,
question.
yes. So okay, thank you very much once again for having me on board, and I wish best of luck to the organizer and to all the attendees for having this session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your insightful and valuable words and also for officially sparing your precious time to with us today. Now, looking forward, Dr. Chinusamy. It is a great honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Chinnaswamy Vishwanathan, an internationally acclaimed scientist in the field of plant physiology and stress biology. Dr. Vishwanathan was born on 4 June 1969 in Morningam, Tamil Nadu. He completed his BSc in Agriculture from Agriculture College and Research Institute TNAU in 1990, followed by his MSc in 1993 and PhD in 1999 from the prestigious ICR Indian Agriculture Research Institute, New Delhi. He further enriched his academic career as a broadcast fellow at the University of Arizona, USA during 2001 and 2002. Over the years, he has also served as a visiting researcher at globally renowned institutions, including the University of California and Harvard Medical School. Dr. Vishwanathan has had a distinguished career at IARI, where he progressed from scientist to senior scientist, principal scientist, and later served as head of the Division of Plant Physiology from 2013 to 2022. Currently, he holds the prestigious position of Joint Director Research at IARI since November 2022. His research contribution in areas such as abiotic stress tolerance, stress signaling, small RNAs, phenomics, genetic engineering, and genome editing has significantly advanced agriculture science. Dr. Vishwanathan has been the recipient of several prestigious awards, including the ICR Jawaharlal Nehru Award and the DST Broadcast Fellowship. He is also a fellow of the Indian Society for Plant Physiology and has served as editor in chief and executive editor of Plant Physiology Reports. With his vast experience in impactful research and leadership in agricultural sciences, we are truly privileged to have him with us today. We are truly honored to welcome Dr. Vishwanathan Chenuswamy, our esteemed speaker who joined us today to deliver his insightful lecture. Sir, the virtual platform is all yours. We really look forward to your enlightening address.
Thank you for your kind introduction. So, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Slides are visible.
Yes, sir. Slides are
Thank you for your kind introduction. So, I will briefly tell about the research that is being done at Indian Agriculture Research Institute, and then I will be going on to a specific topic on one of the major areas of the recent development, that is on the genomics. So, as I understand, many of you are from the agriculture system, the students and faculty already know about IRI, but I want to briefly say about it. So, it is one of the oldest agricultural research institute of the country and established in 1905 at Pusa, Samastipur in Bihar. So then it shifted to the current location, that is New Delhi in 1936. And the institute from its inception continued to serve the nation and in nation building by development of innovative technologies for the food and livelihood security, and also development of human resources that man the agriculture research and elsewhere. So just I want to put before you the situation in 1960s when our country got independent, how agriculture research help to rescue our country. So as most of you are students and faculty, you might have not witnessed the situation. In 1960s, India was really in very bad condition. We were not having sufficient food to eat. So our food was coming as aid. It was shipped from USA through UN aid to India, and which is under the PL 480 scheme. And it once it reaches the Mumbai port or any other port, it immediately distributed to different villages. So the situation called as ship to mouth situation. So India was really a pecking bowl at that time. So even at the time in 1965, Honorable former Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastriji called for a grand sacrifice. That is, you eat fast at least for one time so that we can save the grain. So that was the situation. So at that time, the scientists and advisors in the UN and the USA, they mainly thought that India will not survive this population bomb, and it will not be able to produce sufficient food, and it will perish soon. So these two books of the student you must read. So this is in 1975 and the population found. So in these two books, they predicted that India will perish. Sending the food aid to India is just like throwing sand in the ocean. It is not going to saving of the nation from the famine and death. So, however, thanks to the Professor Swaminathan and other visionary scientists and the then government and farmers, they could make green revolution in India. Within 5 years, India's wheat production was tripled, and we achieved the green revolution. Followed by the green revolution, Indian agriculture has also achieved the white revolution, which is the production of milk, and the blue revolution, which is the production of fish, yellow revolution, that is the oil revolution, and the golden revolution, which is the horticulture produce, which we can say very well, we can easily access to different horticulture product, including foods, and the egg revolution, and so many revolution has happened. And during this period, if you see our net zone area remained the same, that is the area cultivated in India. It is like it was around 144 million hectares, and it remains almost same. Now it is around 140 million hectares, so slightly reduced. But if you see the food grain production, it increased sixfold. So we could see the time of increase that happened in different commodities. In food grain, we have increased the production up to 6.4-fold. In oilseed, it is 7.7-fold. In horticulture crops, it is almost 13-fold. And in milk, it is 11-fold. And in eggs, it is almost 127-fold increase was there. So the green revolution greatly helped in attaining the food security, and this is one of the greatest and most significant achievement of the independent India. Today we are not expecting food from any other country, rather we are providing food to any country that needs. So that was our achievement in the past, but we are not lagging behind. So this is although we have very less land area, that is we have only about 2.4% of the global land area, and we have only 4% of the global freshwater resources. But if you see, we are supporting 18% of the world population, and by 2047 we will be the most populated country in the world, and we also support about 15% of the global livestock population. So we have limited resources, but we have huge responsibilities. So in the past, we have shown that we could achieve. Whether in the future we can do it, yes, we can do it. Although the dwindling freshwater scarcity and the reduction in the soil health and the climate change, they pose major threat. But thanks to modern technologies, progress in the science, application of science in agriculture, we are progressing towards achieving the sustainable food security now and in future. So our government has given a target by 2047 how much we have to produce food grain, how much we have to produce edible oil, and you see in the table we have to almost double or triple the productivity in many cases. While doing so, we should produce in an environmentally sustainable way. We should not harm the environment. That is, we should not over exploit the natural resources. We should not cause more climate change. We should use the water judiciously. That is, efficiency increased from 40% to 70%. And we need to increase the nitrogen use efficiency, which is another important input in agriculture. Almost we need to double. And in addition to this, the consumption of egg, meat, and milk, it is increasing, which also needs the production of more feed and fodder. So we need to produce more and more from the same land or limited land with limited resources. And recently, the bio ethanol mixing with the petrol, it is increasing. Now the government has set a target of 20% for 2025, and the nation has achieved the target, and we are now the government has planned for E30, which means 30% ethanol mixing in the petrol. So this also need the raw material, that is use rice grain or maize grain or the sugar molasses, sugar can juice. These are used for ethanol production. So again, the production demand is going to increase. So we need to achieve all these things. So fortunately, the country is doing well. Our institute is conducting research in the improvement of crops, of field crops, food crops, and also the horticulture crops. And we work on the resource management technology. We work on the development of agriculture machineries. We work on all these spheres of agriculture. And last year, the Honorable Prime Minister visited the institute, and he released about 109 climate resilient variety. Again, in 2025, also again, the Honorable Prime Minister visited our institute, visited different facilities, and interacted with the farmer and encouraged the scientist and farmer for doing better research. So one of the recent and major achievement of our institute is the development of high yielding, high quality basmati rice varieties. So traditional basmati rice varieties, they are low yielding and long duration. So they take about 160 days and they produce about 2 tons yield. So our basmati breeding program has developed varieties that can produce almost 6 to 7 tons of high quality basmati grains within about 120 days of crop duration, which saves almost about 40 days. The duration is saved in that is very good for next wheat cultivation, and it also saves about 6 to 7 irrigation water. So it is using less resources and it is producing more. And this you can see the impact of the recent development. So in around 2000, our export earning was very less, and now if you see, almost we are earning about 50,000 crores of foreign exchange we are earning each year. This is almost about 10% of the total agriculture export value that we are earning from this single commodity. So our basmati varieties are cultivated in about 95% of the area. And in case of the wheat, where we achieved green revolution, we continue to produce climate resilient, high yielding variety and also biofortified varieties. So our wheat varieties occupy almost about 40% of the area, and this bring a lot of livelihood security and food security to the nation. In the maize, recently our institute has done excellent work on improving the ethanol yield. So maize, normally when it is used for ethanol production, traditional maize, it produces only about 360 liters of ethanol per tons of maize grain. Recently, our institute has developed a waxy maize variety. which produces almost about 430 liters of ethanol. So almost about 60 to 70 liter of excess ethanol we can produce from the same amount of grain, which means it saves a lot of land and resources, and also it makes it viable for the use of maize for the production of ethanol. So this is a summary of different crops what our institute has achieved. Like in basmati, as I told you, almost 90%, 95% the breeder seed intent is met from IRI varieties. In wheat, it is about 40% breeder seed intent is supplied by the Indian Agriculture Research Institute. In mustard, we are supplying almost about 20% of the breeder seed requirement. In pearl millet, about 44%. In lentil, about 24%. So besides the crops and the horticulture technologies, the institute is also working on the resource management technologies. As you might have heard about the soil health and important. So soil health is important for the human health, so which what we call it as one health, that is soil, animal and human health. They are all interlinked. So now our soils are degrading, and to keep the soil healthy, we need to test the soil parameter and soil nutrient content, and accordingly we should use the fertilizer. So for this purpose, IRI has developed the PUSA soil testing fertilizer recommendation meter, which is a small soil testing laboratory, portable soil testing laboratory, we can say. So which can measure 14 different soil health parameter and can also recommend the nutrient requirement. So any graduate want to start a soil testing lab can use this instrument. In the village, it is costing about only 75,000 and they can start in the village. They can test the sample and meat. The institute has developed one very important technology, which is called as the neem-coated urea technology. So as all of you are from agriculture, you know that urea is one of the important nutrient that is fertilizer used for the crops, as it's is the major supply of nitrogen in our food system. So the use efficiency of urea is very less, and almost about only 35 to 40% of the applied urea is used. Rest goes as leaching loss or percolation loss, or it is the biological nitrification. It becomes converted into ammonia, and ammonia is volatilized. So many losses are there. So the institute has developed a technology where the urea is coated with neem oil. So this reduces the biological nitrification, and it increases the use efficiency. So it saves almost about 10% urea directly. So that's why now government has implemented this technology. From 2015, the urea produced in the country is fully neem coated, and earlier the 50 kg bag used to be produced. Now only 45 kg bag is produced. So directly it saves 5 or 10% of urea at the source of manufacturing itself. In that way, the technology helps improving the use efficiency. We are also working on to reduce the chemical fertilizer and enhance the microbial solutions. So the institute has developed different kind of the microbial fertilizer, that is the microbial sources that can fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil and plant, and also the microbes that can solubilize, immobilize nutrient from the soil and making it available to the plant. So these are all the technologies that have been developed and commercialized. And the institute is also working on the precision agriculture, as this is one of the next important technology for the resource management, where we can use the sensors and drones for non-invasive plant and soil health assessment, and then accordingly you can implement the management process. So under this one, we have developed technologies for early diagnosis of water status, nitrogen status, and accordingly we can recommend to the farmer how much water to be used, or nutrient to be used, or if any pest and diseases are there, we can do the recommendation. So there are several technologies, but to summarize that, we have developed a large number of technologies. And we also take the technologies to the field to create impact in the society. So this year, if you see the 24-25, we have 92 different technologies were commercialized to 214 industries, and about the 511 lakhs of the license fee was generated from these 290 technology. We keep very less nominal license fee for our technology, so that our technology can be taken up by small industries, and it can be commercialized to different states. And if you see the spread of technology throughout India, we have commercialized to different industries, so technologies are widespread. So that is in brief about IRI and what we have done and what we are doing. And I'll be talking to about a specific topic, as many students and faculties are there. This is one of the emerging technologies that is going to help in developing climate resilient crop varieties, which is the technology called as genome editing technology. Many of you might have heard about it. It is a precision breeding tool. So before talking about the technologies, just I want to refresh your knowledge that whatever we see in our phenotype, it is because of the central dogma of life. That is, all our phenotype is in our DNA, that is in our genes. So from the genes, RNA is produced and protein is produced, and this all lead to our phenotype. So what we are, it's because of our DNA and these sequence of the nucleotide that are present in the DNA. That is, our genetic code determine what we are today. So in crops also it is the same. So the phenotype or productivity depends upon the genotype, that is the information in the DNA, and how in which environment this genotype we are going to deploy the plant, and what kind of management practices that we are using. So we need to increase the productivity. We need to alter. We need to improve the genotype through genetic improvement process, and we need to also manage the crop by using the resource management technology. So this genome editing technology is mainly for the genetic improvement. So this one is only specific for the students, those who are really they are doing in the crop improvement. They will understand this one. But in brief, that if you want to increase the crop yield, we need to increase the genetic gain. So this is the basic breeder's equation. It says how you can increase the genetic gain. So to increase the genetic gain, you need there is large variation in the population, and then you use a selection intensity to select appropriate genotype, and this should be selected accurately. Though selection accuracy is very important, and variation present in the large population is important. You may have a large population, but if there is no variation, then the genetic gain will be less. And the variation is very important, and the time taken for the breeding cycle, it should be less. And when we do conventional crossbreeding, always there is also possibility of linkage track or inbreeding depression. So if we use genome editing technology, it can create the desired genetic variation. Even you can use one genotype, and you can create the desired genetic variation, and that you can use it for developing a variety, and it reduces the generation time. Since this technology makes the changes, it edits the genetic code in a specific manner. As we edit the text, only we are making minor correction in the text, so it is not associated with linkage track or inbreeding. It is a precision breeding technique. So conventionally, our genetic code or the organism genetic code is keep on modified by a process called the mutation. Mutations are the change in the DNA sequence of an organism. So the mutation is basis for the genetic variation, and the mutation gives rise to evolution, and the mutation is basis for all the plant breeding that what we are doing today. So the genome editing is one of the techniques that can create mutation in a precise manner. So before talking about the technologies, just I want to tell you about the power of mutation. So how powerful the mutations can be. here I have shown the two mutation. One is the mutation in wheat, and you can see here the Norman noble laureate standing in the wheat field, the dwarf wheat, and you can see here the tall wheat varieties. So there is one mutation in gene Della gene, which they call this reduced type 1 gene in wheat. So this is a gene for gibberellic acid hormone signaling. So there is a mutation in this gene. Because of this mutation, it is insensitive to the gibberellic acid hormone, which makes the stem elongation faster, and it becomes a dwarf wheat. So the dwarf wheat is highly tolerant to resistant, and it is input responsive. It produces more. So this mutation was introgressed into several wheat varieties, and you can see here Bharat Ratna, Professor M. S. Swaminathan with Norman Borlaug in Indian wheat. So he developed the dwarf varieties of wheat, and this brought the green revolution in wheat. And on the right hand side, you can see the rice field. One is you can see the tall plant, which is the conventional rice varieties. And you can see in the last the DG gen, which is a spontaneous mutation. This is again a mutation in the gibberellic acid biosynthesis pathway gene. So this mutation led to the plant dwarf, and these two plants then they crossed and they produced the IR8 genotype at National Rice Research Institute. And this is a wonder rice variety, and this variety and several other varieties they brought green revolution in rice. So the two major food crops of the world become contributing to the major improvement in the food security. So, and these two mutations made our country from begging for status. So that is the power of mutation. So you have to understand our genetic code of the plant, and if you understand precisely how to create mutation, you can develop such a wonderful mutation that can change the face of the world. So it is not easy to create a mutation. So these mutations were spontaneous mutations. About century back, scientists started thinking whether we can induce mutations. So towards this, Hermann Muller and Lewis Stadler, they started working on use of the X-rays for creating mutation. That is, X-rays can create DNA, cause DNA damage. And when there is a DNA damage, when it is repaired, the mutation arises. That is, the genetic code or the way the alphabets are written, it is modified. So this was demonstrated by Hermann Muller in 1926, almost about 1 century back, and then he received a Nobel Prize for discovering that X-rays can induce mutation, and these mutations are heritable. And in the next year, that is 2027, Lewis Stadler also demonstrated. He used the maze system, and he demonstrated that in the plants also the mutations can be created by using X-rays, and these mutations are heritable. However, as I told, this X-rays they interact with the DNA, and it causes random damage at multiple places. It create DNA damage, and when it is repaired, the mutation arises. Since the DNA damage is at random in the throughout the genome, the mutations are random, and they are unpredictable and rare with reference to a specific gene. That is, if you want to create mutation in out of 40,000 genes in rice genome, we want to create mutation specifically be that gibberellic acid biosynthesis gene, then it is unpredictable and it is a rare event, which means you have to create large number of mutation and you have to keep on looking for it. It was not very, it is not very easy. But however, this technology has helped a lot. Almost about 3,400 varieties have been released by using technology. So the precision mutagenesis, it was a dream till some time back. So if you see in general how the mutagenic agents they work, the X-rays of the physical mutagenic agent, we can also use chemical mutagenic agents to create mutations. So all these mutagenic agents, if you see how they create mutation, it generally they cause double strand break of the DNA or single strand break or intra-strand cross-linking or apirination at specific site or demethylation. So these are different ways in which DNA get damaged. And this damaged DNA is repaired by the native cellular mechanism. We have a strong cellular mechanism to repair any DNA damage that happens immediately. Repair it. But this repair process is not 100% like foolproof. So there are errors depending upon the type of DNA damage. The errors are like more. So this repair process makes the mutation. So if you see wherever the DNA damage is there, it is getting repaired. In some places, the mutation will arise. So because the chemical and physical mutagenic agents, they interact with genome in a random manner, we get mutation at random. So plant biologists are looking for the mutagenic agents that can specifically interact with the target location. So it is not possible with the chemical or the physical mutagenic agent because their interaction is global. So they came up with biological mutagenic agent, which is called as the technology, where we use biological mutagenic agent. We use two agents. One is the guide RNA and another one is the Cas9 enzyme. So these two are the biological mutagenic agents. By using this, how we can create mutation at target location. It was demonstrated by Professor Jennifer Dornat, Emmanuel Charpentier in 2012, and within 8 years, this technology has revolutionized the human health care and agriculture and then different applications, and then they received Nobel Prize for chemistry in 2020. So this technology works in a very simple way. The guide RNA molecule, which is an 20 nucleotide length RNA molecule, which is attached to a scaffold RNA molecule. This is one molecule which we use. And the molecular scissor or the Cas9 enzyme is another enzyme which is specific endonuclease, what you use as restriction enzyme, which is similar to that of one. The Cas9 is an endonuclease. So when it binds to the scaffold RNA and the guide RNA takes the Cas9 to a specific location in the genome where the guide RNA is complementary to the genomic location. So it takes to a specific location, so it will not, the Cas9 enzyme will not cut at random. But once it reaches the specific location, so 3 nucleotide upstream to the ribonuclease site, the Cas9 enzyme makes double strand cut of the DNA, so it breaks the DNA. So once the DNA is broken, then the biological reagents that we use for creating mutation, the function is over. So now the cellular mechanism takes over, repair the cut DNA. And if you are not saying anything to the cell, it will use different mechanism, whatever possible. Normally, non-homologous engineering or microhomologated engineering is used to repair this mechanism. And this kind of repair can create mutations which are known as site-directed nuclease 1 mutation. And this is exempted from the regulation. And we can also direct the cell how to repair the cut site if we are providing an additional reagent, which is the repair template. Repair template is similar, same as that of the native DNA, except for 1 or 2 nucleotide that you want to alter in the genome. That is, if you want to convert one A change your G. So you can direct this template. You can synthesize the DNA template, and you can introduce along with the guide RNA and the Cas9. So this template will serve as a repair template, and based on the homology dependent repair mechanism, this template is incorporated into the cut site. And now the new repair site will be same as that of the original genomic location with the same sequence, except for the desired changes that you want. If you want to change 1 or 2 nucleotides, so that will be different. So these kind of mutations are side-directed nuclease 2 mutation. In addition to that, we can also use another approach where if you want to increase the expression of a specific gene, you can use a strong promoter from the same plate and same plant, and you can take that promoter region and put it in front of the coding sequence of any genes. Or if you want to take a foreign gene and put it into the cut location, that is possible. So both are considered as foreign because for that specific loci, these two sequence, whatever sequence we introduce, which is different from that of the original sequence that was present. So this kind of mutations are called as the SDN3 mutation. The SDN3 mutation is considered as the transgenic crop in India. So the genome-edited plants are not GM crop. These are different. GM crops and genome-edited crops, they are different. So in case of the GM crop, we introduce a foreign gene. Say, for example, we are introducing the tri-1AC or trigene tolerance to the bollworms in cotton. So these genes are introduced, and this gene is integrated into the genome, and this gene will be there permanently in the cotton genome. So this gene expresses and it produces Pt toxin that kills. So this is the presence of the foreign gene and its expression. They are there in the final product, final variety, and that gives the trait. So this can be identified by molecular analysis. That is, this is a transgenic plant or not, can be identified molecular analysis. In case of genome-edited crops, the biological mutagenic agent, as I told, this are the guide RNA and Cas9. These are delivered into the cell as DNA. And now technologies are available. This you can deliver as the RNA and protein also. If you are delivered as RNA and protein, then it will not be coming in the regulatory purview. So the foreign DNA, once it goes to the genome, it is inserted into the genome of host plant. And then the guide RNA and Cas9 are expressed. This goes and create mutation in the target location. So now upon selfing, the transgene and the mutation, they segregate. So we discard the plant, the transgene, and we select the plant only having the mutation. So now this is the native gene is edited. That is, one or two base pairs are removed or changed. So this is similar to that of the mutation that could have been obtained by any other mean, by conventional mean or spontaneous means. So so that's why the molecular diagnosis will not say whether this mutation has come because of the genome editing technology or because of any other chemical induced mutagenesis or because of the spontaneous mutation. So it is indistinguishable from the other mutant that could have arisen because of any other reason. So that's why it is containing no foreign gene. That's why these are considered as non-GM crop. Right. Because of this reason, so throughout the globe, except Europe and in few African countries, all major agriculture countries, they exempted the genome-edited crops out of the purview of the GM crop. And in 2017, the genome-edited high oleic acid soybean was commercialized in USA, and by 2019, it was available in the market. And Japan has developed the gamma-aminobutyric acid-rich tomato, which was again came to the market in 2020. Japan has also commercialized the genome-edited fish, which is again for enhancing the productivity. That is for same amount of the feed. This fish can produce more biomass, or in the shorter duration, they can produce biomass. So these are also available from 20. So in India, the genome-edited lines, initially, if you are using a DNA-based delivery mechanism, it will come, initially, it will come under the purview of GM crop. But once you segregate out the foreign gene from the mutation, then the mutations, if you show that they do not have any foreign gene, then that will be considered as a normal mutant. So in India, the GM crops are regulated under the rules 1989 under the Environment Protection Act 1986. So under this act, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change in 2020 on 30th March, they brought a historic office referendum exempting the genome-edited plants belonging to the category of SDN1 and SDN2, which are free of exogenous introduced DNA from the provisions of Rule 7 to 11 of the Rules 1989. That is, once we prove that the genome-edited plants do not have any foreign gene, it is considered as normal mutant variety. So in ICR, we are working on genome editing of different crops. So this we initially started with genome editing in rice. In 2018, we started this work under the National Agriculture Science funded project initiated by former Director General. So under this project, we started working on genome rice. Multiple institutions we were working on genome editing. At IRA, we were looking for the mutant that can be tolerant to drought and salinity stresses. So the details I'm skipping. If you want to better understand, we can discuss. So we designed two guide RNAs to edit this, and then we genetically transformed one of the mega rice cultivar into and then we sequenced the target location and identified the mutation. So here I have seen the DNA sequence of the target location, and just to show how specifically this technology has, I will give. So if you see that the scissors I have shown, that is to show the cut site of plasmid predicted cut site. As I told, it is 3 base pair upstream to the diagonation site. It makes a cut, and at that cut site you are expecting base pair deletion or 2 base pair deletion at that cut site. This is another guide RNA. Again, it is the same. The 1 base pair insertion. And sometimes you expect a larger deletion. So here, when we use Cas9, if we get a larger deletion, this may be because of the microhomology mediated repair mechanism, and it is so kind of larger deletion of 20. And also, if you are using 2 different guide RNAs to create mutation, you can also get perfect deletion of the cut site and the rest of the DNA joined together. We can get large relation. So this mutant that we developed, drought and salt tolerant mutant, and then say it for the osmotic stress tolerance and the salinity tolerance. Because the mutant plants, they grow well under the osmotic stress and also under the salinity stress. And then we have also assessed under the adult plant stage whether how they plant these plants can perform under the pot culture. So these are the pot culture. In wild type plant, most wild type they could not survive, not a millimolar shipping. Whereas the mutant plant they can survive and they can. Under the alkalinity condition also, pH 8.5 to 9, it's of the wild type plant, they are very weak as they produce better. So the grain yield also you can see this plant produce better. Right? And again, under the drought stress condition, the mutant plant they produce grain yield as compared to wild type plant. Then we evaluated under the field condition. The field condition also the mutant plants they produce better. And then these were exempted from the GM regulatory, and these were tested in the All India coordinated trials. And this mutant, it showed about 10 to 30% yield advantage, and it was identified for release in the last year. This was the world first genome edited rice variety identified. Along with this, the rice variety developed by the Indian Institute of Rice Research in the Samba Missouri background for high yield with almost about 20% yield superiority over the Samba Mussoorie was identified. So these two varieties were identified for release. Besides, there are several genome editor lines that are being evaluated now. This is a mustard variety with developed by the plant genome research by Dr. Naveen Singh. Again, 2-year field testing. We are waiting for the results. And the other mutant varieties that are developed in the IM mutant and Parna backgrounds that are being evaluated. In the PNAU, Dr. Ravindran has developed mutant varieties of with high aroma, high yield. Are also on trial. So, based on the success and capacity building of ICR in 2022, ICR has submitted a proposal to the government of India for obtaining a specific grant to use this, because this technology is very, very important for globally competitive agriculture. Because most of the countries, they are adopting this technology to enhance their program. So the government has granted rupees 500 crores for program at ICR. So in ICR, out of 113 ICR institutes, currently 53 ICR institutes are working in genome editing, food crops, in the horticultural crops, in the poultry, fisheries, and in the livestock sector. And in crops, we are working in field crops, which are food crops, oil seeds, and commercial crops. In horticulture crops, we are working on 17 different crops. We are expecting that in 2-3 years period of time, we expect more product. In case of livestock, also the country has made significant progress. The world first buffalo was developed by the India, right? Again, you can see the hemostatic gene edited buffalo. You can see the growth of the time they were born. This you can see robust growth. Similarly, the SIFA has developed genome edited fish. You can see the weight of the fish at the same time point of the time. They grow better. We regularly also develop human resource in this area. So for this, we are conducting training program every year. And this was the one of the training program where Professor Jennifer Corna's group, 10 scientists, they came to India and they trained about 50 students and faculty. And some of the challenges with this technology is that this technology is a patented technology and how the freedom to operate. So currently, ICR is in discussion with the Cartio Agri Science. They are shortly getting the license on humanitarian ground, and so that the varieties that have been developed can go to the. And also, ICR is doing tremendous work on developing IP-free genome editing technology. Dr. Kutub Molla from Central Rice Research Institute, he has developed TNP-based a genome editing method, which he has patented in India. So now this technology is free from the Cas9 cat. We are now exploring whether this technology can be used to edit crops. And in addition to that, Professor Jennifer Dornas Institute has given 2 Cas9 version to us, which is free from the IP. So we are also exploring that. So whichever works better, we can use it. Better if we can develop indigenous technologies, then we are very happening. So some of the challenges include the lack of awareness and misunderstanding. That is the both are very safe technologies. Is also not like technology is also to be adopted in some cases where the genome editing cannot work. So both technology has to be used, and the public should be educated that the put these technologies so that there is no fear of unknowns will be there. And for using this technology, we also need the genomic resources, the functionally validated uh, lagging. And if we can compare to other countries, we are lagging behind in technology, and also indigenous technology development is another. So to conclude, the genomic is a precision mutagenesis tool, climate resilient, high yielding, source efficient crops, livestock, chicken. It is not only for to achieve the sustainable developmental goals by 2030, but also to achieve our Viksit Bharat target. And finally, I thank my students who are in our lab for PIs, plant physiology, my Pani Archana Sola. The DST work that I presented was by Dr. Santosh Kumar and my colleague Dr. Gopal Krishnan, in the mustard Dr. Navinder. And I also thank the ICR authorities for making it possible that this technology is there. The capacity building at a large number of ICR institutes. First thanks goes to Dr. T. Mahapatra, former DGICR secretary there, for initiating the genome editing work at ICR and in the funding, and Dr. Himanshu Patak, former there, current Director General of ICR, for supporting this technology and extending this genome editing a project to the next years, that is 2026. 31. Our Deputy Director Generals, Dr. T.R. Sharma, former DDG Crop Science, and Dr. D.K. Adava, our current Deputy Director General Crop Science. And he was, when the program was initiated, he was ADGC. From that time, is one of the major contributor to bringing this project and making this genome editing project possible at ICR development of this technology. I also thank Dr. Akis, our former director IRI, for his support not only in the project but also in the regulation. He played very important role. To finally, if agriculture fails, everything else will fail. So we have to use all modern technology to produce more sustainably, for environmental friendly manner and high resources efficiency. With this, I thank all of you for listening to us an hour. If you have any further before.
Now, thank you, sir. This is the doubt clearing session. If anyone has any question regarding this topic, he or she may kindly post them in the chat box. Sir will address and answer the questions one by one.
Uh, Here for all the students and faculty. There is anything you can write to, and if anyone is like anyone want to work in this area, want to get some training, you are most welcome.
Sir, maybe everyone is satisfied with your
Yeah,
lecture.
thank you, thank you.
Maybe there is no question. And thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable words. Now, I also warmly welcome and thank each one of you to this week of learning, collaboration, and innovation. May Future 2026 faculty upgradation and training upskilling for researcher and education sow the seeds of knowledge, nurture the spirit of entrepreneurship, and harvest the fruits of sustainable growth for generations to come. Now, forward, respected dignitaries, esteemed faculty, and dear participants, on the behalf of the organizing committee, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all who made Future 2026 a resounding success. We are deeply thankful to our visionary leaders and guest speakers for sharing their wisdom and inspiring us toward academic excellence. Special appreciation goes to the faculty and researchers who embraced this journey of upskilling and innovation with such enthusiasm. We acknowledge the tireless efforts of our organizing team, partners, and collaborators whose dedication brought this program to life. Finally, we thank each participant for their active engagement, ensuring that the spirit of learning and collaboration continues beyond this event. Together, we move forward toward a brighter, more sustainable future in education and research. Once again, thanks to all for being a part of Future 2026, and thank you for your patience, trust, and precious time. And thank you to be with us today. Once again, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, sir.